Hello, and welcome to the Love Navigator. Today we're talking about the signs that it may be time to leave a relationship. Ending a relationship is never easy, and it's important to carefully consider all of your options before making a decision. In this video, we'll explore 11 signs that it may be time to leave a relationship. Number 1. Constant conflict. Constant conflict can be emotionally exhausting and draining. When you and your partner are constantly arguing, it can make you feel like you're on a roller coaster of emotions. The ups and downs of constantly fighting can make it difficult to enjoy the good moments in the relationship. If you feel like you're constantly treading carefully around your partner, it can be a sign that the relationship is not healthy. Number 2. Lack of trust. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and without it, the relationship can crumble. The feeling of betrayal can be devastating, and it can make it difficult to rebuild the trust that was lost. If you cannot trust your partner, it can lead to a constant state of anxiety and stress. You may feel like you're always questioning their actions, and it can be hard to fully relax in the relationship. If your partner has betrayed your trust, it can be hard to forgive them and move on from the hurt they caused. It may be time to consider ending the relationship if you cannot find a way to rebuild the trust that was lost. Number 3. Lack of communication. Communication is the foundation of any relationship. It's how we express ourselves, our needs, and our desires to our partners. When communication breaks down, it can be incredibly isolating and lonely. You may feel like you are not being heard or understood, and this can create a sense of distance between you and your partner. It's important to be able to openly and honestly communicate with your partner. And if you feel like you're unable to do so, it may be time to consider whether the relationship is still serving your needs. Number 4. Disrespect. Being treated with disrespect is one of the most hurtful things that can happen in a relationship. It can make you feel small, unimportant, and unvalued. When someone consistently dismisses your feelings, opinions, or boundaries, it can erode your self-esteem and your sense of self-worth. It's important to be with someone who treats you with kindness, respect, and consideration. If you're in a relationship where you feel like you're constantly being belittled, ignored, or dismissed, it may be time to consider whether you're in a healthy relationship. Remember, you deserve to be treated with love and respect at all times. Number 5. Lack of support. One of the most important aspects of a healthy relationship is feeling supported by your partner. They should be there for you when you need them, offering encouragement and help along the way. But if you feel like you're constantly struggling on your own, or worse, that your partner is actively unsupportive or even sabotaging your efforts, it's time to take a hard look at the relationship. Feeling unsupported can be emotionally draining, leaving you feeling lonely, unimportant, and uncared for. You deserve someone who will lift you up and be your cheerleader through thick and thin. Number 6. Physical, emotional, or verbal abuse. Abuse in any form is never okay, and no one deserves to be mistreated or hurt by their partner. If you're experiencing physical, emotional, or verbal abuse in your relationship, it's important to seek help and support immediately. Abuse can have lasting and devastating effects on your mental and physical well-being, leaving you feeling isolated, afraid, and hopeless. Remember that you are not alone, and there are people who can help you safely leave the relationship and start the healing process. Number 7. Lack of effort. Relationships require work and effort from both partners to thrive. If you're the only one putting in the time and energy to make things work, or if your partner isn't willing to address issues in the relationship, it may be time to consider ending the relationship. Feeling like you're in a one-sided relationship can be incredibly frustrating and disheartening, leaving you feeling unappreciated and undervalued. You deserve a partner who is willing to put in the effort to make the relationship work, just like you are. Number 8. Incompatibility. Being with someone who shares your values, goals, and interests is essential for a fulfilling relationship. When you and your partner are not on the same page, it can feel like you're constantly compromising or sacrificing your own wants and needs. You may feel like you're unable to grow and pursue your passions, and it can be a constant source of frustration and disappointment. It's important to recognize when you're incompatible with your partner and to acknowledge that it may be time to move on. Number 9. Constant criticism. When you're constantly being criticized by your partner, it can feel like you're never good enough. You may feel like you're walking on eggshells around them, always afraid of saying or doing the wrong thing. This can lead to a lack of confidence and self-esteem, and it can be emotionally exhausting. If your partner is unable to offer constructive feedback or communicate their concerns without resorting to constant criticism, it may be time to consider ending the relationship. Number 10. Lack of intimacy. Physical and emotional intimacy is a vital part of any healthy relationship. When you and your partner are not connecting emotionally or physically, it can feel like something important is missing. You may feel lonely, disconnected, and unfulfilled. A lack of intimacy can lead to feelings of resentment and cause the relationship to deteriorate over time. It's important to address the issue and to seek help if needed. But if your efforts are consistently met with resistance or indifference from your partner, it may be time to consider ending the relationship. Number 11. You're not happy. How can we be truly happy if we are in a relationship that is causing us pain, stress, and anxiety? The truth is, we can't. We need to be with someone who supports and encourages us, who brings us joy and laughter, and who helps us grow as individuals. When we're in an unhappy relationship, it can have a significant impact on our mental and emotional well-being. The 18th century poet Alexander Pope wrote, "True happiness consists not in the multitude of friends, but in worth and choice." This quote highlights the importance of choosing the right people to surround ourselves with and how that can impact our happiness. Of all the reasons to end a relationship, perhaps the most important is whether or not it makes you happy. After all, isn't that what we all strive for in life? To find love and happiness? If you are consistently unhappy in your relationship, if you feel like your needs are not being met, or if you feel like you have lost yourself in the relationship, it may be time to consider ending it. The poet Rumi once said, "The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was." Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They have been in each other all along. But what happens when we realize that the love story we are living is not bringing us the happiness we deserve? It can be difficult to let go of someone we once thought was our soulmate. But we must remember that we deserve to be happy and fulfilled. So, there it is. I hope these 11 signs that it may be time to leave a relationship have been helpful. It's important to realize that you have the power to make changes in your life. And ending an unhealthy relationship may be the best decision for your well-being and happiness. Remember, ending a relationship is never easy. And it's important to carefully consider all of your options before making a decision. Thank you for tuning in to the Love Navigator.